Starts with breaking news.
Breaking now, an update just in from the Allegheny County Health Department.
17 new cases of the coronavirus have been reported since yesterday at noon. Today marks 1 month now since the first case was reported in Allegheny County. The total now stands at 893 cases. We are seeing fewer cases in our area. The statewide numbers, though, are still big. But Health Secretary Dr. Rachel Levine says new cases seem to have plateaued and the rate of increase seems to be slowing down. The health department is expected to release county-by-county cases soon, and you can look for those in this newscast.
6 workers at Smithfield Foods in Arnold have tested positive for COVID-19. The Trib has learned the workers have not been at work for several days, and plant officials say they started cleaning that plant every day and night since before the workers got sick. We spoke with a union rep by phone today. He says right now they're not pushing for the company to close the plant. Meanwhile, Smithfield shut down its South Dakota plant yesterday after nearly 300 workers there tested positive for COVID-19. The facility is one of the nation's largest slaughterhouses, and Smithfield is warning this could lead to meat shortages.
It's been hard to watch nursing homes take the brunt of this epidemic. Many are trying to use new guidelines to control and prevent the spread. A 4th resident is now passed away at the Kane Community Living Center in Glen Hazel. That news coming late last night. At least 26 other residents have tested positive. 2 are in the hospital. Meanwhile, protective measures are increased at Concordia at the Orchard in Butler County. It comes after 2 residents who tested positive there died. Residents will remain in isolation. They'll have their vitals taken several times a day, and employees there are wearing protective equipment.
The state Supreme Court upheld Governor Wolf's decision to close non-life-sustaining businesses. This comes after a political candidate, real estate agent, and a golf course challenged it. But the court says the shutdown order was given to protect everyone and that Governor Wolf's action was valid.
Meantime, state leaders are looking toward the future. Last night, Governor Wolf went over the 3 things that have to happen to get the state back open. He says that we are in the first stage right now, fighting to reduce the rate of infection by social distancing and sheltering in place. Second is what he calls a transitional phase, when there's better testing and we can figure out who is immune. The governor says that's when we can start the reopening of society. The third stage is accepting going back to the way things were will take a lot of time.
And we will all need time to rebuild our lives and our communities in ways that conform to the new altered normal.
The governor also said starting today, Pennsylvania officials will work with leaders from 5 neighboring states to coordinate efforts to reopen businesses. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez explains why state leaders say they need to join forces.
The death toll has now topped 10,000 in New York State, but ICU admissions and intubations are way down. The clearest sign yet, the curve is flattening.
The worst can be over, and it is over, unless we do something reckless.
Now, the governors of New York and 6 other northeastern states that represent more than half of the nation's coronavirus cases are partnering to discuss the best way to safely ease restrictions and restart the region's economy. The group of governors includes 6 Democrats and 1 Republican.
We cannot act on our own. Even if we give ourselves an A+, that won't be enough. This is incredibly important that we coordinate. 3
western states, including California, are doing the same. In New York City, 21 public school teachers have died from the virus. And COVID-19 is killing as many New Yorkers in 3 days as the seasonal flu typically does in an entire year. But there are some encouraging signs. The number of newly hospitalized patients in New York is at its lowest point in weeks, but that doesn't mean doctors and nurses aren't still stressed.
Every patient is getting multiple medications. Some are getting blood transfusions.
Dr. Melanie Malloy works at Mount Sinai in Brooklyn.
It's hard to think that some of your patients that you diagnosed today might not be here tomorrow when you come back for your shift, or, you know, all of it. I don't know. I'm just tired.
Ariana Dumas is an ICU nurse at North Shore University Hospital who brings iPads to her sickest patients to help them connect with their loved ones.
Just holding his hand, playing the video, and crying. That's like kind of the perfect scene of what it looks like when we're in there with these patients.
Now, to be clear, we do not yet know when all this might reopen, but Governor Cuomo says that the multi-state group of governors might begin working on plans as early as today. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, New York.
There's another opportunity for families to get food today, this time in Butler County. The Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is holding an emergency food distribution at Alameda Park in Butler until 2 this afternoon. The food bank is really doing a lot to help the Pittsburgh community and the area. A fundraiser is also underway right now. It's called the Feed the Need Radiothon, and that's being broadcast live on stations like 93.7 and 100.7. It's going on right now until 5 this afternoon. The goal is to raise enough money to get 100,000 meals for displaced workers. We went down to the Strip District yesterday where the Veterans Leadership Program was giving food to veterans and military families. They handed out frozen meat, fresh produce, and pantry items. The giveaway was also done in partnership with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank.
Stimulus cash is showing up in bank accounts.
And scammers are trying to get your money before you do. Channel 11's Mike Holden found out how you can track your check.
The IRS is rolling out a brand new feature called Get My Payment. It essentially allows you to track the status of your stimulus check. However, experts are sending out a big warning, saying scammers are after that money and your most personal data. The IRS reports the Get My Payment tracker launches as soon as the end of this week. We actually found a section on irs.gov dedicated to it, but it is not up and running just yet. The online portal will show the status of your stimulus check, including the date it's scheduled for deposit into your bank account or mailed out to your home address. The first wave of payments will go to those who have their bank account info on file from prior tax returns. If you haven't set up your account details, this new tool will let you add a direct deposit option. The IRS will start sending out paper checks around the week of May 4th. But with such high demand for these stimulus checks, scammers have taken notice. They're posing as IRS agents, reaching out through social media, email, and phone, something the IRS would never do.
Any type of outreach by the IRS would be done through official mail. However, in that sense, it's also important for people to be aware of potential counterfeit check scams.
You know, it makes sense, go after people when they're vulnerable, but that's really sick.
Now, IRS officials believe paper checks could take upwards to 20 weeks to mail out, so your best bet at this point is to sign up for the direct deposit option. Coming up on Channel 11 News at 5, we're taking a closer look at the safeguards you can take to better protect your most personal information. Reporting this afternoon, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
State police have officially shut down their training academy in Hershey. It's going to be closed for at least 2 weeks after an enlisted staff member tested positive. The 100 cadets who were in training there will now train from home so they can graduate this summer. We're learning more about a North Huntington woman accused of coughing on a McDonald's worker. It happened 2 Fridays ago at a drive-thru on Route 30 in Hempfield. Police told the Trib the woman is Sharon Powell. She was angry because her drink was served in a to-go cup holder. So police say she coughed on the worker and said, "I hope you get COVID-19 and die." A witness helped police track her down. Sunshine so far today, but clouds will be building through the day.
And also much colder today. Meteorologist Daniel Dozier tracking the changes from home.
Good afternoon, Gordon and Peggy. We have had sunshine out there so far today, but the clouds will continue to build in as we take a look at our visible satellite. Those clouds will invade the area, and it'll be mostly cloudy to cloudy this afternoon and through this evening. Temperatures, well, they're chilly out there. We're in the 40s, 42 Beaver, 42 Pittsburgh, and 45 in Greensburg. And tonight we are looking at those winds that will be picking up just a little bit. We're looking at winds right around 5 to 15 miles per hour right now. I think we'll have occasional gusts up to about 20 miles per hour. Temperatures will go from the mid-40s down into the lower 40s, and then eventually we're in for a really cold night. I'm going to show you who has a chance for rain and snow in my forecast coming up.
The death toll is climbing from storms that hit yesterday. At least 33 people have died and many more have no home to return to. The storm stretched from Texas to as far as New Jersey. NBC's Morgan Chesky is in Louisiana with more on the victims left picking up the pieces.
massive cleanup underway from a deadly Easter storm system that caught many in its path by surprise.
And it calmed down, and all of a sudden that noise started, and then boom.
More than 50 reported tornadoes, leaving a trail of destruction across the South. The twisters forcing dangerous rescues and raising new concerns. The fear of coronavirus now part of every emergency call.
We don't know if they can be potential carriers. And we have no way of knowing.
Fire Chief Terry Williams says creating safe shelters for people who lost their homes is a big challenge.
With the coronavirus, we were not able to set up the shelters as we normally would because we would not be able to maintain the social distance.
In Mississippi, where storms killed 11 people, a sheriff's department in mourning. They say Deputy Robert Ainsworth died a hero, trying to protect his wife Paula, who was also killed. The twisters also taking 9 lives in both Georgia and South Carolina.
We are under a tornado warning at this time.
And claiming 3 more lives in Tennessee.
Blowing everything our way, including the roof.
Remnants of the same system left this mess in New Jersey. The coronavirus field hospital and iconic Central Park also threatened. The dual tragedies leaving parts of the South shell-shocked.
And this morning, we're getting a bigger picture at just how powerful these storms were. That deadly tornado in Mississippi now rated an EF4, meaning it was packing winds upwards of 170 miles an hour when it struck those communities. Morgan Chesky, NBC News, Monroe, Louisiana.
They were playing in the living room where the tree fell, and I snatched them up.
We're hearing another survival story, how a mom saved her kids from a tornado by putting them in a clothes dryer.
It's not blood, but you can still donate it at the blood bank.
I'm cautiously optimistic about this.
How donated plasma could help the sickest coronavirus patients.
What would you do if you were stuck in one place and every day was exactly the same?
Is it starting to feel like every day is the same, like Groundhog Day? How you could take this forced pause and turn it into a positive.
During this time of crisis, Pittsburghers always come together.
The past 2 weeks, this family has dropped off thousands of bagged lunches to the needy.
In times of need, I think America does a great job of pulling together and helping.
Channel 11 salutes the
near you, Channel 11 is there.
Aliquippa, Coraopolis, Moon. We cover news everywhere you live.
That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, Butler. For news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Washington County. People who have recovered from the coronavirus could hold the key to treating it. Vitalant is teaming up with UPMC and Allegheny Health Network to collect blood plasma from former patients. Channel 11's Rick Earl found out this type of treatment has been used before and it has saved lives. Now the federal government has given it emergency approval to help critically ill COVID-19 patients.
Vitalant will soon begin collecting plasma from recovered COVID-19 patients. That plasma will then be given to AHN and UPMC to treat patients infected with the virus.
Convalescent plasma in treating viral illnesses and outbreaks really has a long history going back to the measles and Spanish flu over 100 years ago.
Vitalant is currently looking for donors who have a documented diagnosis of COVID-19, have been free of symptoms for 21 days, and have a current negative test result for the virus. They're asking potential donors to apply online at c2p3@upmc.edu.
We're anticipating a lot of people stepping forward, so we're not going to close the door. What we just really have to do is ascertain that each patient is medically safe to go.
The FDA has approved convalescent plasma treatment as an emergency investigational new drug. The plasma contains antibodies that may give patients an extra boost to fight the illness. One donor can treat up to 4 sick patients. McDyer says it's being used already in some hot spots, and he's optimistic.
I'm hearing that it sounds to be well tolerated in patients who are really sick. And so that to me speaks to the potential for this being a safe therapy.
Right now, there is no convalescent plasma in the Pittsburgh area, but researchers have identified about a dozen people. They hope to begin gathering it later this week and then ultimately pass it along to the sick patients. Rick Earl, Channel 11 News.
Researchers in the Netherlands are testing some old vaccines to see if they could provide some protection against COVID-19. Vaccines are produced to target a specific disease, but researchers have learned over the years that vaccines give a person's immune system an overall boost. BCG is given mostly to newborns in developing countries. It's a vaccine against tuberculosis, a bacterial infection. Studies have showed that during childhood, the vaccinated children with BCG had better overall survival, including from respiratory viruses. There's no evidence yet that that approach would help the immune system enough to matter against COVID-19. Vaccine tests like this are also being planned in the U.S. and 5 other countries.
The state's fine wine and spirit stores may be closed, but alcohol sales apparently are still booming. According to the Trib, the state website reported more than $1.4 million in sales through Saturday. Since then, customers placed over 15,000 orders for more than 76,000 bottles of wine and liquor. The site stopped accepting orders Sunday because of demand.
A North Carolina mother put her children in a clothes dryer to shelter them after a tornado warning was issued Monday morning. We saw the warning pop up on her. She said she saw the warning pop up on her phone and quickly called her husband and pulled her 2 children out of the living room. Having to make a split-second decision on where they'd be safe, she put her kids in the dryer, and almost immediately she heard a tree come crashing down.
They were playing in the living room where the tree fell, and I snatched them up. My 1-year-old started screaming because she didn't know what's going on and was mad. And then I got to the kitchen laundry room. They're attached. And as I was getting them in the dryer, the tree came down behind me. If I would have took 2 seconds longer, me and my kids would not be here because we were in the exact spot that the tree came through the house.
Pretty scary. A firefighter also rescued her dog, which was hiding under the couch.
Good afternoon. We're taking a look at our forecast for the rest of the day today. Mid-40s as we continue to build in the clouds. It's going to be a mostly cloudy to cloudy afternoon and evening for us, so enjoy that sunshine while you can. A little bit of a breeze today. Those winds will gust occasionally up to about 20 miles per hour, and those winds will be out of the west. Temperatures will climb into the mid-40s and then fall down into the 30s. Room for a cold night tonight. Here's a look at our storm tracker maps. I wanted to show you the rest of the day and how it pans out. You can see that most mostly cloudy sky around the area at 3 p.m. And as we go deeper into those afternoon and evening hours, been talking about this over the last couple of days. The model data has been hinting at a slight chance for a passing shower or snow shower even into the evening hours. And you're seeing that here for the model data. So Greene County into around Uniontown up toward Greensburg, the chance for some light passing showers late this afternoon and this evening. And at the higher elevations, could actually get in on some snow showers where it is cold enough. Here's 8 p.m. and you can see that there east of the Uniontown area, right up through the ridges from Fayette into Westmoreland County. There's also a chance for a passing shower or snow shower generally along the I-80 corridor and points to the north, as you're seeing here this evening on our model data at 8 p.m. Now, during the overnight hours, it does show that we will have a mostly cloudy sky, and then we're going to decrease the clouds. However, the caveat is that it's also showing a slight chance for a passing rain or snow shower between about 9:30 and 11 p.m. for us here in Pittsburgh. Something we will watch closely, but if anything does happen to occur around that time frame, it will not stick. We're not looking at any snow accumulation here. Highest snow accumulations would be confined to the ridges, and still that's very light. Right now, the early estimates are less than ½ an inch for the highest ridge tops of Westmoreland and Fayette counties. Into your Wednesday morning we go, 5:30 in the morning. We are clear, and we're going to have sun as the sun comes up on Wednesday. However, I am tracking another disturbance that's going to be moving in and bringing us a chance for rain and snow for Wednesday, and I will show you that timing coming up in the next half hour. Meanwhile, we'll take a look at a freeze warning that will go into effect at 4 a.m. and continue into 9 a.m. on your Wednesday, and that's for Greene County and portions of Monongalia County where the growing season has begun. So we talked to those farmers down there, agricultural interests, and they say, yes, the growing season has begun. So the National Weather Service issues a freeze warning because of that, even though the rest of the area is expected to drop down below freezing as well. 30 degrees for the overnight low in Pittsburgh tonight. Light westerly winds 3 to 8. There's that slim chance of a rain or snow shower between those hours tonight that I talked about. Otherwise, decreasing clouds, lows across the board down in the upper 20s to near 30 degrees. Tomorrow, high temperatures are only in the middle 40s, and I am tracking that chance for some rain and snow across the area. And I'll have more details on that and look ahead to your weekend forecast coming up.
Are you stuck with a ticket to a canceled or postponed event? Ticketmaster has changed its refund policy. The reason customers are not happy about it.
Who would have the audacity to clearly not know a family and type that they had died?
Wow, that family alive and healthy, by the way, but someone on Facebook said they were victims of coronavirus. The disturbing advertisement next.
Every 10 minutes, Scott and Tricia are going to tell you how to start your day.
You can get a lot of things on your phone when it comes to the weather, but you can't get Scott's expertise. He's trying to narrow in on your neighborhood to let you know what you could expect.
You're going to know what to wear. You're going to know what the kids need to wear.
We call Tricia Pittman our expert for good reason.
You ask Tricia, where is the closure? She knows it, and 3 ways around it.
She's been doing this longer than anybody else. She has a direct pipeline to PennDOT.
They're the best in the city. You're prepared every 10 minutes.
in Fayette County. A disturbing claim on Facebook saying an entire family was killed by the coronavirus. Turns out, though, it was a lie.
Who would have the audacity to clearly not know a family and type that they had died?
8 years ago, the Ansich family took this professional photo, and last week that same photo was used in a Facebook ad to sell face masks. The ad claimed the entire family died except the youngest son after going to church. Sarah, the mom, hasn't posted the photo in years, but if you do a reverse image search, it is on several Pinterest boards as examples of family photos.
I don't know how I could have prevented this, or I would have.
The maker of the face mask claims it's the most efficient respirator on the market, but according to the FDA, it is not. Facebook says they've banned all ads dealing with hand sanitizer, face masks, wipes, and COVID-19 tests as a way to crack down on those who take advantage of fear.
Ticketmaster has changed its ticket refund policy, and customers are not happy. In the past, ticket holders for concerts, sports, and other events that were postponed, canceled, or rescheduled were eligible for a refund. But now only events that are canceled are refundable. The company says its refund policy for postponed events are set by event organizers, not Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster goes on to say the company's policy on postponed events has been consistent, though its wording online has been edited for clarity.
More than 1 million Pennsylvanians have now filed for unemployment, the one problem keeping some people from accessing their benefits.
And we're checking out a new tool in the fight against coronavirus, how a so-called hot box could help hospitals sanitize equipment faster.
You're streaming WPXI now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now.
Anything else like the breaking news desk in Pittsburgh. You're going to get breaking news as it's happening.
We have an anchor now dedicated to following the latest information as it comes in.
That is a resource no one else has. So if you see me on the breaking news desk, you know it's an important story.
The 7-day forecast, now on your screen all the time on Channel 11 News.
The state just released an updated report on coronavirus cases.
And we're still seeing a lot of new cases statewide. 1,146 new cases reported since this time yesterday. The total now more than 25,000, with more than 108,000 people testing negative statewide since the start of the outbreak. In our area, we told you there are 17 new cases in Allegheny County. In Beaver County, just 3 new cases, and 3 new cases in Westmoreland County. We have the cases for all of the local counties scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
More than 1.3 million Pennsylvanians have applied for unemployment. With the increase in claims, many people say they haven't received a PIN yet to access money or pay bills. The Department of Labor says it is adding staff to help with demand.
So basically 10 to 12 days you should receive a PIN in the mail, and it has now been 25 days and I have not seen nothing. I have tried contacting them by email, live chat, and by the phone number, and no luck with anything. That's what's so frustrating.
The Labor and Industry Secretary understands the frustration and is asking people for patience. Even with the business shutdowns, there are still some jobs to be found. Giant Eagle says they need at least 1,000 more employees in Pittsburgh in a wide variety of positions. And Amazon has hired 100 new employees in the Pittsburgh area and nearly 2,000 statewide.
I applied for a job to work during this crazy time because even though the coronavirus is shutting down most of the world, Amazon is still getting millions of packages out to the people who don't want to leave their homes to shop.
If you are interested in a possible job at Giant Eagle or Amazon, we have links for you on our WPXI News app.
Those who have lost their jobs aren't the only ones frustrated. So are our area small business owners who are in need of help as well. As our Michelle Newell explains, the state is putting pressure on the banks.
This is heartbreaking. Walnut Street in Shadyside has become the very opposite of what it's known for.
It's weird to see it so eerily quiet.
Misty Cawthon is the owner and director of Dragonfly Pilates.
My first location's been open for almost 13 years, and this one's been open for almost 7 years.
Push through the heels to stretch. Yes, yes, yes. She's taken her business to the virtual world to survive.
And push and hold.
Autumn Williams is co-owner of this hair salon that is also located on Walnut Street. She too is being creative to keep her business going.
We are offering 25% off discount with free shipping.
While the future of small businesses is unclear, the government is offering help.
The website is confusing, and we've had problems with the application process being completely disconnected and having to start all over again.
Low interest loans are being offered, but some business owners say banks aren't making it easy to get access to the funds.
We opened this location, the goal was to take out no money. We got no outside funding, and that was intentional. So, you know, in some of the paperwork that's out there from some of the banks, it's like, well, you can't get funding because you don't have a loan history with us.
State Auditor General Eugene DePasquale recently said he hopes financial institutions across Pennsylvania will do whatever is necessary to help preserve millions of jobs. Their customers, he says, are counting on them. I'm Michelle Newell.
That was Michelle Newell reporting. Bank officials say they did not receive guidance until hours before those loan programs opened. If you're a small business owner, we want to help you get through this process. This is all posted on our WPXI News app. Just look under our continuing coverage of the COVID-19 crisis and scroll down to the Department of Labor link.
Police departments in our community are trying to do their normal jobs while still enforcing stay-at-home orders. Thousands of officers across the country have tested positive for the coronavirus, including right here. Departments say they're also running low on protective equipment.
We were not prepared for this type of an event. And I think everyone is going to have to take a step back after this and figure out how can we be more prepared in the future.
Law enforcement officials are concerned the longer stay-at-home orders last, the more issues of mental health and domestic violence will happen. Meanwhile, a state rep wants to change the law in Pennsylvania so police and firefighters get full pay if they miss work because of the coronavirus. Some first responders already get full pay when hurt on the job, but that is set up on a local level. This would be a state law.
There's a new tool to help people with urgent needs. Highmark, AHN, and Gateway Health have teamed up to launch the online tool called Aunt Bertha. It connects people to resources like food, housing, and transportation. We posted the link to the program on the WPXI News app. Researchers say they have developed a way to sanitize thousands of N95 masks an hour. They came up with the tool in response to severe shortages of medical supplies. And Channel 11 Samantha Manning spoke with the people who helped create it.
Researchers say this new device is basically a large oven. It's cost-effective and works quickly. It's meant to help hospitals reuse their equipment safely. Researchers say the concept is simple. It's all about using heat to sanitize medical supplies.
This whole project started with a 19-year-old intern sitting next to me that came up with an interesting idea. And it kind of grew into something much larger.
The group with Techport at the University of Maryland had been making personal protective equipment known as PPE, making things like 3D printed masks. They then came up with a plan to help hospitals reuse their supplies.
We said, what if we just sanitize the existing materials?
Engineers came up with this device, dubbed the Hot Box. The Techport crew teamed up with local businesses and other volunteers to create it. They say it's estimated the tool can sanitize between 7,000 and 8,000 N95 masks an hour.
It is a large oven. It's a properly well-designed oven that's sealed, has a consistent heat throughout the entire box.
The director of Techport says they have applied for approval with the U.S. Food and Drug Administration with the goal of having the devices mass-produced and used at hospitals around the country.
The whole purpose was to help the first responders and the nurses and the doctors.
And if the FDA grants approval, the group says there are engineers ready to make 15 to 20 of these units a day. In Washington, Samantha Manning, Channel 11 News.
A local hotel is joining those across the country offering free rooms to frontline medical professionals during the coronavirus outbreak. The Hampton Inn in Pittsburgh, Meadowlands, is offering rooms to doctors, nurses, paramedics, and EMTs who need a place to sleep or isolate from their families. The rooms are available today until May 31st.
The Census Bureau wants to delay deadlines for this year's census. Officials want all field operations postponed until June 1st. They also want the deadline to be pushed back until October 31st. Both deadlines are established by federal law, so any changes would require congressional approval. Sunshine so far today, but the clouds will be building up throughout the day.
And a lot colder today. Meteorologist Danielle Dozier tracking the changes for us from her home. Danielle.
Hi, Gordon and Peggy. We are in for an increase in cloud cover for the rest of the day today. Temperatures are only going to be in the mid-40s, so if you are heading out to walk the dog or go for a grocery run, you will certainly need that jacket. The winds will be occasionally breezy as well, with gusts up to nearly 20 miles per hour. Here's our storm tracker maps for the rest of the afternoon. That mostly cloudy sky around the area 2 to 3 o'clock, and the model data continues to show that slight chance for some showers, mainly south and east of the Pittsburgh area. Could mix with snow at the higher elevations there in the ridge tops of Westmoreland and Fayette counties through this evening. I'll walk you through your Wednesday forecast and who sees rain and snow coming up.
Follow the arrows, the changes you'll see next time you go to Giant Eagle.
I'm Lisa Robertson, and we're launching a special version of Local Steals and Deals, shining a spotlight on small businesses. They're the backbone of America, and we need them to thrive now more than ever. Join us in making a difference. Text USA to 65,000 to learn more.
As you can see, David and I are apart right now, practicing social distancing. But we have been together for 30 years, covering important news stories here in Pittsburgh.
That's right, Peggy. We've seen our communities come together through natural disasters, tragedies, and triumphs.
We've made it through those tough times, and we'll make it through this.
Pittsburgh, we are here for you every morning, throughout the day, and every night.
We'll get through this challenge together.
happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
If you're headed to a Giant Eagle this week, you will notice new safety measures. There are now traffic patterns in the aisles. All aisles are now one way. They have signs directing customers which way to go. It will also further limit the number of people allowed inside at one time. The goal is to maintain that social distancing. Giant Eagle has also given masks and gloves to all employees. The store added plexiglass to the registers last month.
Amazon and Whole Foods have been straining to keep up with the surge in demand for groceries, and that's leading to new measures to try to reduce shoppers' frustrations. Amazon has introduced a virtual waiting line, giving you a secure time to shop and a delivery window on a first-come, first-served basis. Other moves include changing store hours at some Whole Foods to focus solely on internet orders and asking new customers for Amazon Fresh and Whole Foods delivery to wait for invitations before they can shop. A new report today shows that Pennsylvania is getting a C when it comes to social distancing. Unicast's collecting data from our phones to see just how much people are moving. They say that non-essential visits are down 70%, but we're still getting together in dense groups like at grocery stores and parks. Most counties in western PA got a C. Westmoreland, Fayette, and Lawrence counties were given Ds.
What would you do if you were stuck in one place and every day was exactly the same?
Is it starting to feel like every day is the same? I'm feeling it. It's like Groundhog Day, how you can take this forced pause and turn it into something positive.
WPXI Now. When a major story breaks, this is where you'll find 24-hour coverage. From the Channel 11 newsroom to our crews live in the field, we'll bring you the information you need right now. WPXI Now. Always on when you want the latest on break. Breaking News Desk keep you informed on coronavirus. Our anchor brings you the newest updates that happened overnight and explains the impact on your family.
It will put direct payments into your pocket.
Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
Severe weather coverage where you live.
On Channel 11 News.
Along with all the negatives, we've seen a lot of heroic and positive stories coming out of this current crisis.
And while it's difficult to look beyond right now, looking forward could help us find the upside to this forced pause. NBC's Wendy Wolfhook shows us how.
What would you do if you were stuck in one place and every day was exactly the same?
A prophetic predicament from a film that's almost 30 years old.
because it's so easy right now to kind of get in this Groundhog Day.
It's real life for the vast majority of Americans struggling with what to do with this forced pause on our daily lives.
It is important to kind of elevate this new normal.
Get out of those PJs and get dressed.
Anything to kind of change up mentally for us to kind of get out of this same mundane thing that we're doing all the time.
Dig deep into that creative gene, connect, and be present in that moment.
It's a good time to really reflect and rethink how are we going to move forward.
Taking a break is crucial, says Lisette Calvero, a chance to rediscover your why.
A change of work is stressful for anyone, whether it's from home or a different schedule. Ask yourself, am I happy with what I'm doing? Am I willing to put in the extra effort?
Time to reflect. One advantage during these uncertain times.
You realize that maybe what you're doing day to day is not what you're passionate about. Find ways to do that within your current job, and you can use this time during the virus to do that.
Home, now redefined.
It's a space that feels safe for us. We can reconnect with our families, with ourselves, so we really have to be grateful for that.
Gratitude can move all of us in the right direction. Wendy Woolfolk, NBC News.
Planet Fitness has joined forces with a company that specializes in streaming home workouts. Planet Fitness and iFit will collaborate to create new in-home workouts for people of all fitness levels. The collaboration launches with a series of new streaming workouts to help everyone keep on moving while they're at home during this coronavirus shutdown. The workouts are available live for free on the Planet Fitness app to both Planet Fitness members and non-members as well.
Welcome back to weather. Taking a look at those temperatures, which have been in the 40s and will continue to be so through this evening before they fall. Overnight tonight, it's going to be a cold one for us. I want to let you know the winds will also be kind of picking up from time to time today. Those winds 5 to 15 miles per hour with occasional gusts to 20 miles per hour are expected. Of course, nowhere near as windy as what we were dealing with yesterday when those winds peaked as high as about 45 and 50 miles per hour gusting wise. You can see here at 6 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday, those winds are light out of the west. And as we head into the afternoon Wednesday, we are looking at a brief period where the winds pick up anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour once again with occasional gusts to 20 miles per hour. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about those winds since it's been a windy past couple of days. Here's Storm Tracker now, and we'll continue with another update for the mostly cloudy sky that's building in today and the rain and the snow that'll be occurring, especially south and east of Pittsburgh. And you can see that from Greensburg down south into Uniontown, Morgantown, and places like Waynesburg, Masontown getting in on some showers here tonight. And the highest elevations there, especially the ridge tops, yes, we know it's higher elevations. We are looking at that snow mixing in as well. In general, it looks like less than a half an inch of snow accumulation for the highest ridge tops. We'll keep you updated on how that unfolds. Otherwise, along the I-80 corridor could be a slight snow chance up there, as you see up through Mercer and far northern Lawrence and Butler counties. Now, the model data does show a brief rain and snow shower passing through the Pittsburgh area between about 9:30 and 11 p.m. We'll continue to track that. There are some other models that keep it completely dry for our area. Otherwise, it will be a decrease in cloud cover for us overnight tonight and plenty of sunshine for Wednesday morning as the sun comes up. So there's 8:30 and dry skies. Nice to see some sunshine out there. You'll need the sunglasses early. Clouds, though, do thicken up. We have a series of weather disturbances that have been kind of coming across the area and bringing us these rain and snow chances. Kind of a nuisance system, if you will. And what we're looking at for Wednesday evening is a chance for rain and snow again. This time it favors the entire area, so not just in areas south and east. So by late day, we're looking at the showers and snow showers developing across our far northwestern counties and some showers continuing into Wednesday evening, mixing with snow showers in spots. But right now, little to no snow accumulation is expected. We're actually going to continue with that rain and snow mix into Wednesday night, and by Thursday morning, we'll be left with a few lingering flurries, otherwise sun and clouds. Here's a look at the forecast for tonight. Upper 20s to near 30 degrees. Keep in mind a freeze warning is in effect during the overnight and into tomorrow morning for Greene and Monongalia counties. High temperatures tomorrow only in the mid-40s, so it's going to be a cold one for us. And look ahead to the wind, west 5 to 15, gusting to 20 miles per hour. So certainly not feeling like it should here these days, as we should be in the lower 60s. Highs across the board in the mid-40s tomorrow. Check out the 5-day forecast, and we'll go snow to rain for Friday and into the weekend, a couple of lingering flurries into Saturday morning.
If you like getting information about new products and how to save money, you're going to like Steals and Deals. Lisa Robertson has what you need to know.
Hi, my name is Lisa Robertson, and I'm, of course, still coming to you from home, as we all are. And one of the things I've noticed staying at home is, oh my gosh, do my roots need help? At Local Steals and Deals, we're always looking for new things that can help you out when you're at home, and this is going to be a winner. This is Color Wow. And by the way, Chris Appleton is the celebrity stylist that some of the most beautiful women in the world work with. J-Lo, the Kardashians, they could work with anyone. They love working with him. And this is a brand that he loves. He's joining us today from LA. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, very good under the circumstances. Thank you for having me. Great to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, you work with some of the most beautiful women in the world in some of the most demanding professions, obviously visually. What do you love about Color Wow, and what do they love when you're doing their hair?
One of my favorite products is the root cover-up, which everyone seems to be in big demand for more than ever right now. So it's a great way of either filling out hairlines or covering up grey. Well, the Color Wow Root Touch Up is the perfect product for that. It's going to get rid of your grey. Not only is it going to get rid of it, it's going to stay. It's swim-proof, it's sweat-proof, it's workout-proof. You can actually put the highlights in as well. So it's not just for people that want to cover their grey, it's also for people that want to enhance their hair and give it a bit of spice.
And one of the things that I love is we get the Root Cover-Up, which is a 7-time Beauty Award winner. Amazing. We also get the Travel Size and the Color Security Shampoo and the Travel Size and the Color Security Conditioner. And I know that you're big fans of both of those as well.
What's great about the Color Wow shampoo is it simply cleans the hair and cleans the scalp. It leaves no ingredients behind. And that's exactly what you need from your shampoo.
I want to thank you and the amazing women at Color Wow for allowing us to do this at 40% off for everyone at home. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. I'm looking forward to this. Wow.
I want to remind you, localsteals.com, this idea and a lot of other great ideas to help get you through this time. We really appreciate you sticking with us, and we'll see you next time.
Building families virtually, how one judge is using the internet to bring new families together.
Bit Johnson here, hoping you are safe and you're well.
Our worlds have been completely turned upside down.
But it's important to remember and note the beauty in people and in nature.
Enjoying time you have with your family.
Be thankful for your blessings because they give us so much hope.
But we're going to get through this. We're Pittsburghers.
It is your strength that keeps our city going.
We will be stronger for it.
Keep the faith.
And remember,
we're in this together.
Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
The coronavirus has forced us to connect with people in ways we never have before. And in Ohio, a judge used technology to help a family grow with a virtual adoption. Little Erin was born in August in Arizona. Her birth mom made the decision to give her up for adoption, so her lawyer reached out to Megan and Matt Gembrell of Mahoning County. Megan and Matt had already adopted Erin's birth sister a year ago, and when they learned they could do the adoption virtually, they jumped on it.
We thought it was a good idea since everybody would still be able to see each other, and we didn't want to put off a happy occasion.
The equipment needed for the virtual hearings was purchased using a grant from the Ohio Supreme Court.
The NFL has looked into the future regarding the fitness of its players. The league has reached an agreement with the Players Union on a voluntary off-season program. The virtual off-season workouts can begin next week, but no on-field work is allowed until all 32 NFL team facilities can reopen. The virtual period will consist of 3 consecutive weeks of online classroom instruction, workouts, and non-football educational programs.
That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5 o'clock.
And thanks for watching. Be safe and stay healthy.